If you've used the internet long enough, you might have been one of the unlucky ones that stumbled across meat.com. The name of it is pretty obvious, so you'd expect it to belong to someone like a butcher or perhaps a vegan activist or something. It's nothing like that, or at least it wasn't something like that. Meat.com used to be what was called the dumping ground of the horrible web. The original user of the site was never known, but no one ever questioned it. It was the perfect place for messed up people. There were 2 buttons on the main page, Submit and View. You can imagine what each of these buttons did. Submit allowed you to email anything, and I mean anything, to the site's owner. The email address you would send it to was always different each time you'd send something. I assumed this was so the emails couldn't get tracked or something. People would send all kinds of gross things. It would range from videos and pictures to audio files and games. View was exactly what it sounds like. This led you to a plain black page with file names listed all the way down, in no particular order or section. So you'd get games and pictures and videos all on the exact same list. The list would just keep constantly scrolling until you reached the bottom. Then it would just send you all the way back up to the top. But it was the content on the site that got forums talking. Meat.com was the place you could go if you wanted to find the worst of the worst. There were games about rape and crime, images of mutilation and illegal crimes. There were videos of people getting slaughtered and more gore porn than you could ever imagine. Animal cruelty, child abuse, beatings, and all the other horrid things you could think of. It would be there. There would be timestamps under each file so you could see when it was submitted, so you could guarantee you'd find brand new content every day. There was even files submitted of famous crimes that perhaps the next day would end up on the news. Meat.com would have it all. It wasn't until the later years of the 2000s that the site seemed to die down. Files were not appearing as much as they used to, and some of the older files began to disappear. Soon enough, the Submit button became unclickable, and then the same happened to View. Nobody quite knows what happened to the site. It was never on the news or mentioned again in forums. In fact, if you try to mention to anyone in forums about Meat.com, chances are they won't know what you're talking about. Or at least they'll act like they don't know.